All right, you guys, it's been a long week. I'm just saying. So if you saw the title, you already know what we're going to talk about. Yes, this week, today is July, I think 10th, it's Saturday. Earlier this week, I went to jail. And I don't mean to grin because it's not a funny matter. It really isn't. But yeah, I definitely went to jail. This would be my second time going to jail. Last time was 4 years ago, and it's for the same thing. So this is why in the title I said personal responsibility, because you definitely need to take personal responsibility in your life. And lately I've seen a lot of people not take personal responsibility. They can't call themselves out. They can't pull their own cards. When they're wrong, they're wrong. I know, and I've been practicing this really heavy the last couple years. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when I'm right, I'm right. And I will stand 10 toes down on what I believe. Definitely if I believe it in my soul, my heart, that I know that I'm right on a certain subject or whatnot, or I'm very passionate about something. So let's get into it. So literally, I'll just tell you what it was for. It's for tickets, you guys. It was for tickets. Something I did not take care of. I should have appeared in court. I did not. I brushed it off, as I have done in the past, and it bit me in the ass last time, and I literally went to jail. And I went to jail probably for about a day and a half. Big shout out to my homegirl. I won't shout her out, but she know who she is. Literally, I didn't show up for work, my shift, and she instantly, because she knows my who I am as a person, especially a mother, because my son didn't know either, and at the time he was maybe 16 or whatever. He just thought that I was out and about or whatever. Not like that, but like towards the end of the day, he didn't know. I think maybe he knew I was working or something like that. I don't remember. But she went ahead and she knew where I lived. She came over here to check on my son. She did the research, actually. She actually went online and found out that I had been booked, and I guess what the charges were, and she saw, nothing serious. And then she checked on my son, and then when I got out of jail, I was like, damn, I have to walk. So I live in Henderson, so I went to the Henderson jail, and if you are from Vegas, you already know the Henderson jail is way better than downtown. That's what I hear. I've never been to the other one. I've only been to the Henderson one. I literally got out, and she was waiting for me in her car, saying, if you don't get your ass in this car. And I was like, how did you know I was here? And I just started crying. And then, because I was so happy that I didn't have to walk home, but she took care of me. And for that, she'll always be, whatever she needs or wants, I'm there for her. Love her. She knows who she is. But here we are again. Lesson has not been learned. So two tickets turned into 2 warrants, and I was basically pulled over. I was out and about. Now that day I had worked. I worked actually a 6 a.m. to 2 shift at my job. Literally came home. I told myself, okay, let's get out there. Let's make some money, meaning, so I go to different stores to buy products, Walmarts, whatever, just scouting around to see if I can find things to turn around and flip. I also was going to start something else to try to make some money. Took a shower real quick. By 3:30, I was already out. I had a beautiful summer dress on. I was feeling myself. It was a beautiful day. I had worked long and hard at work, and then I get pulled over. And we won't go into logistics. I made a turn, but he had already ran my plate, so I already knew what it was. So they took me to jail. Was I upset? No. I was more upset with myself that I hadn't taken care of the situation, and that's what I call personal responsibility. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I wasn't, freaking out. I just said, damn, here we are again, and I should have been taking care of this, and I did not. So now what's going to happen? I have to appear in court, of course, and I'm definitely going to this court appearance, because then it gets a little bit more serious. The thing about it, I was about to say the cool thing, but it's nothing cool about going to jail. I was let out. I kept asking the officer, because I said, well, I have to work tomorrow, not that he cared, but he said, oh, you'll probably be out by 9. And I thought it was really odd that he knew what time I would be out. And if you knew that literally we're going in, because I was booked by 4:30. We got to the jail very quickly because the jail was nearby. And he said, yeah, 9 o'clock. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's like 4 or 5, so I'm being here for 5 hours. What's the use of that? That a waste of taxpayers' money. Now, I'm not saying that as that excuse, but what I'm saying is, when I say something like that, it's like, I'm a taxpayer. I pay my taxes. I work. So you're going to drag me in? And I said, well, do you really have to take me in? long story short, I asked, no, I was telling an officer, because they thought I was very polite in jail. All the officers that I interacted with, they thought I was, from the women and the men, they said, wow, you're very pleasant. Like, if you ever go to jail, not that you should, you kind of see people and you're like, what the fuck are they doing in jail? And then they were like, what are you here for? And I said, tickets. And then I explained to one officer, and he goes, you could have just got it. Why didn't you write a citation? I said, exactly. I said, but you know, it is what it is. I won't say I'm happy, but I am grateful that I got out very quickly. I was released at 9 p.m. In time for me to go to work the next day, but my car was impounded. So not only did I get pulled over, get hit with that ticket, go to jail, I had to pay $291, which is $300, to get my car at a pound. Now, I'm not telling you everybody this to make anyone feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for others and I don't feel sorry for myself. This is something that I brought on myself. I should have handled it, and if I handled it, I wouldn't be in this situation. I wouldn't have had to spend $300. Plus, I'm now gonna have to pay these fines and the tickets or whatnot. But it's a learning lesson. I'm just saying, moving forward for 2021, people, let's start taking personal responsibility for our shit, okay? So if you know there's something that you need to handle, go ahead and handle it. If you know, especially when it comes to court and jail, go ahead and handle that right now. If you know you've been putting something off and you need to pay something, like for example, I'm just gonna be quick. So you know I live here in Nevada, you know your Nevada power bill is due. Pay the Nevada power bill, or make an arrangement. Don't let stuff sit so far, get so far behind or so far gone to when it comes to slap you in the face, it slaps you so hard you lose teeth. You get what I'm saying? You lose teeth because it slapped you very hard. Take care of your business and take personal responsibility. So I'm just sharing this with you guys. You guys know on my YouTube channel, I'm taking all different kinds of directions. From showing you what I like to do, how I flip money, how I'm building my business, the Girly Poo brand. I haven't been consistent, you guys. I've been doing a lot sit down Sundays, but I haven't shown you other videos. So I'm definitely going to show you guys other videos. Here's one. I went to jail this week. I'm just saying, and I'm the smile, you know, I'm not trying to be funny, because jail's not a funny place, but it does give you time to reflect, especially if you're in there for a long time. I was only in there for 5 hours, which was good, versus the time that I went last time was like a day and a half or something like that, and I had to stay over. I got in there nighttime, and then I got out night, so maybe a day and a half, something like that. But definitely take personal responsibility, because this is something that could be totally avoided. But here we are again, and I'm telling you guys about it. And not many people knew that I went last time. I think I finally told my mom, and she was like, what the fuck are you doing? She goes, I don't know if she even laughed at me. I think I have not told my father to this day. So I've only been to jail twice, and it was only for those minor things. Now we'll say minor because it was traffic tickets, okay? I wasn't there for domestic violence, DUIs, theft, laundering, traffic, stuff like that. It was literally for tickets, you guys. So things that you do have control over, I will leave you guys with this. Things that you have control over, control them. Things that you do not have control over, just let it go, because it will stress you out. This is something clearly I could have took care of. I could have called into court. I could have stopped by the court. I could have started making payment arrangements. I could have done a lot of different things to take care of this, to where it didn't get to this point. Like I said, I was lucky enough to where I only went to jail for 5 hours. So that was, I'm not saying a plus, but I was in and out. I could have been there a lot longer. Okay, with that being said, you guys, hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to drop another video, so please stay tuned. I'm going to drop it right after this one. Might take a while for it to upload, but it's going to be talking about poor planning. And this actually hit me probably the day after I got out of jail, and I went and I had to work that day. I've been working all this week. This is like this is one of my days off, Saturday. So literally I saw something that kind of disturbed me, but it definitely pushed me into, I would say, another direction, to where I really need to tighten up what I'm doing as an individual, a mom, a parent, and just like I said, tighten up, because right now things are changing so quickly. And I'm just kind of, because I do bounce, if you're new to my channel, I do bounce around a lot. Just in the last 3 days, in the middle of the week, how the bank Wells Fargo is not tightening, I think they discontinued their line of credit. And I thought that was very interesting. Anything that happens with the banks, I'm in it, because I don't care what you guys say. The banks, if the banks stop lending or credit freezes, everything else will freeze. And I think a lot of people don't grasp that concept. If the banks start freezing, like kind of like 2008, they weren't lending anything, they weren't letting anything, they weren't letting go of any money, they didn't want anything to, not necessarily move, but if you wanted a new car, that wasn't going to happen. If you wanted to buy a house, you better have cash. I'm just saying. So with that being said, I just see so many things moving very fast. And when this incident happened, not the jail, but this other instance when and I'll tell you more about it if you guys watch the video, it just made me think how sad it was, and it's just pushing me more to accumulate as much money as I can. All right, you guys, stay tuned. Yeah, I went to jail this week. I'm just saying, I'm out, and we're gonna handle my business, and I'm taking personal responsibility in my life to handle what I need to handle. All right, you guys, stay tuned. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay. Give me a thumbs down. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. See you guys soon. Bye.